It's lovely, it's lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, so Isaac, so
Yes.
just for the viewers,
Yes.
I met Isaac last week. We
Uh-huh.
explained about Islam,
Yes.
and you explained to me that you were always yearning and attracted towards Islam.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And there
100%.
were some people who explained Islam to you, but the explanation, because the guy was an Arabic speaking person, he
Yes.
couldn't articulate the exact uh,
Yes.
things about the religion.
Yeah.
And so we met last week. I explained to you about the Quran, all the scientific facts in the Quran,
Yes.
not one scientific error, not one contradiction. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a direct descendant of Abraham.
Mhm.
He was unlettered. All of the scientific, all of the things about the Quran.
Yes.
And I'm going to send you the link so you can watch.
Thank you.
And then we met a week later. This
Yes.
is exactly 1 week later.
Yes.
I didn't have a copy of the Quran, so I came to give you a copy of the Quran.
Oh.
I also came to give you it's a brief description of all the items that I mentioned.
Yes.
All the items that I mentioned. It's just a brief description here,
Yes.
right? So that you can revise, because I mentioned a lot of things.
Yes.
Very difficult for you to remember each
Remember
thing
each day.
unless
Yes.
you watch the video, which you're going to do.
Yes.
And also, these are the scientific facts in the Quran.
Mhm.
All the evidences about the universe, the way it was created.
Yeah.
So I gave you the Quran today in English translation. That is the explanation, and also a brief, a brief description. This can go inside here,
Okay.
so that everyone calls God Allah. In the Old Testament, it's Allah. In Aramaic, it's Allah. In Arabic, Allah. So one God sent all the prophets,
Yes.
and that's Brother Isaac. We met a week later.
A week later, and we're here now. You said,
Yeah.
at first I thought like, no, you're not going to give me a Quran.
Yeah.
Now I was like, when I say, make patience pays, man.
Yeah.
I gotta wait, and finally I'm so happy to
Yeah,
hear
no, the
you.
weather in the
Oh,
week was
thank you.
raining very, very heavy.
Yes.
And yeah, just a reminder to form a strong connection with God, pray like the prophets,
Yes.
and keep your spiritual relationship good with the Creator.
Yes.
And like I explained to you, we don't persuade people. It's God who gives guidance, because He says in the Quran,
Mhm.
no one can believe except with His permission.
Yes.
He has to write it down for you to believe. So, and He granted you that favor. And like I tell a lot of the people, imagine you have a best friend
Mhm.
that's the owner of your company,
Yes.
right? Isn't that
Yes.
awesome? He's your best friend.
That's very awesome.
Now imagine you have a best friend that's the mayor of the city
That is even much greater.
or the president of the country. Now imagine
Yeah.
if you improve, like if you strengthen your relationship with the Creator. Imagine being best friends with the Creator, who owns absolutely everything.
Everything, the whole world.
And the Quran also says, when you're grateful to God, He
Yes.
gives you more. And the more you ask Him,
Uh-huh.
and the more you're grateful,
Uh-huh.
the more He gives you. The thing is, with a best friend, if you keep asking your best friend, you'll get tired, right?
Yes.
Eventually, right?
Eventually they'll get
But
tired
God
of
says
you.
in the Quran, the more you turn to Him, the more He loves you, the more He gives you. Right?
Yes.
And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he also said, when you seek something from the Creator,
Mm-hmm.
when you ask Him,
Yes.
He will either grant it to you,
Yeah.
or He'll grant it to you at a time that's more suitable.
Yes.
But if it's never suitable for you, like if it's something that you're asking that's bad for you, but
Yes.
you don't know it's bad, God will give it to you, write it as a reward in the year after. So
Yes.
it's a win-win-win situation.
So all win
The more you ask,
Uh-huh.
the more he loves you, the more you're grateful, the more He gives you. And whatever you ask,
Uh-huh.
you must get it.
Yes.
If you don't get it immediately, you'll get it at a more suitable time.
Uh-huh.
And if it's never suitable for you, it will be written as a reward in the year after,
Yes.
and He'll avert calamity from you. Like if there's a calamity, He'll avert it from you.
Yes.
So I would suggest build your relationship with the Creator. It's
I
between you
will.
and the Creator. It's
I
your
will.
spiritual journey.
Yeah, no
Work.
problem, man. No problem.
Yeah.
I'm always available, especially if it's learning about Allah, because this is the thing that I've always wanted to do.
Right.
So it's like the opportunity has come straight to me. I must grab it with all my hands, man.
And also one more thing is that, remember, this life is so short, no?
Mhm.
Like when you pass away,
Yes.
you don't take your car with you, you don't take your house with you, you don't take your cell phones with you, you don't take anything with you.
Yes.
But the next life, and all the prophets spoke
Yes.
about the next life.
Yes.
Abraham spoke about it, Moses spoke about it, Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, spoke about it, is
Mhm.
everlasting.
Yes.
And when you're praying to God for paradise, pray for the highest paradise, which is everlasting paradise with rivers of milk and honey, as described in the Quran,
Yes.
with partners, beautiful partners, as described in the Quran. And they say it's so beautiful, what no eye has ever seen, what no ear has ever heard, what no feeling the human heart has ever felt, nothing that you can perceive. Without anything bad, everything good, nothing bad there. No tiredness, no weariness, no sickness, etc. So I would suggest, man, thanks for meeting with me.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Isaac.
I'm really honored. You remember that you came to give me my Quran.
No, I wanted to give you the next day, but the raining was raining.
I appreciate you, my brother.